In a quiet town, the tranquility of the local police station was abruptly disrupted one radiant Thursday morning. Officers, idly sipping their coffee and filling out reports, were startled when the station doors burst open, revealing a small, terrified boy. His short, curly hair and tear-streaked face marked him as Ricardo, a 7-year-old child. With desperation in his eyes, he ran to the counter, clinging to it with all his strength and shouting, "Please, please, arrest my dad!" His plea sent waves of confusion and concern through the officers. Officer Claudia, a gentle and compassionate young policewoman, quickly approached the boy, leading him to a nearby bench. She stroked his hair, trying to calm him. Ricardo, trembling and tearful, clung to her as she asked softly, "What happened, sweetie?" Between sobs, Ricardo revealed his heart-wrenching plea. "Arrest him. He has to go to jail immediately." The officers exchanged worried glances, trying to piece together the situation. The police chief, Mr. Johnson, a man of imposing stature, approached with a blend of authority and warmth. Kneeling beside Ricardo, he asked gently, "What did your dad do, Ricardo?" The boy's voice trembled as he explained, "Dad gets mad sometimes. I've been hit a few times." The officers' concern grew and they pressed for more details. Ricardo's revelation about his mother's absence, his father's anger, and the dire conditions at home painted a grim picture. The chief decided to investigate further and sent a team to Ricardo's house. At the modest, rundown home, they found Jonatas, Ricardo's father, in a state of shock and confusion as he was handcuffed and taken to the station. The officers were struck by his gaunt appearance, which contrasted sharply with the image of a violent man they had expected. When Jonatas saw Ricardo, his confusion deepened, and he asked, "What's happening? Why am I here?" Ricardo's eyes filled with tears as he whispered, "I wanted you to be able to eat, Daddy. I saw on TV that prisoners get food 3 times a day." The room fell silent, the boy's innocent and heartbreaking motive becoming clear. Ricardo's love for his father had driven him to a desperate act, believing that arresting him was the only way to ensure he wouldn't go hungry. The officers, moved by the profound sadness of the situation, realized they were dealing not with a case of abuse, but with a family crushed by poverty. They released Jonatas and returned him to his home, their hearts heavy with the weight of the boy's plea. The next morning, the community rallied together. Neighbors, along with the police officers, brought food, clothes, and toys to Ricardo and his father. The chief offered Jonatas a job as a janitor at the station, a gesture that brought tears to Jonatas's eyes. Ricardo, overjoyed, played with his new toys while Jonatas expressed his heartfelt gratitude. The story of Ricardo's desperate act and the subsequent outpouring of community support spread throughout the town, inspiring a wave of compassion and aid for other families in need. What began as a heartbreaking plea in a police station became a powerful testament to the strength of love and the impact of community solidarity. The news about Ricardo and his father, Jonatas, quickly spread throughout the town, touching everyone's hearts. The simplicity and purity of Ricardo's act, driven by love and concern for his father, inspired many to reflect on their own lives and the struggles faced by others. It was a powerful reminder of the hidden hardships within their community. As Ricardo's story was shared in local newspapers and on social media, it sparked a wave of empathy and solidarity among the residents. Local organizations and churches began to mobilize, organizing donation drives and fundraisers to support families in need. Neighbors who had never spoken to each other started collaborating, united by a common goal to prevent such a situation from happening again. The community's response was overwhelming, with donations pouring in from all directions. Food, clothing, and monetary contributions were gathered, creating a safety net for those facing similar hardships. The impact extended beyond material aid. The town held meetings to discuss long-term solutions to poverty and hunger. Community leaders and volunteers brainstormed initiatives to provide sustainable support, such as job training programs and educational workshops. The sense of unity and purpose that Ricardo's story instilled in the community became a driving force for positive change. Ricardo and Jonatas became symbols of resilience and hope. Their story was a catalyst for transforming the town's approach to helping those in need. The compassion and generosity displayed by the community proved that even in the face of adversity, collective action could lead to meaningful change. The bond between Ricardo and his father, and their journey from despair to hope, became an enduring inspiration for everyone. The police officers, initially shocked by Ricardo's plea, played a crucial role in the unfolding events. Their swift and compassionate response not only ensured Ricardo's immediate safety, but also highlighted the importance of their involvement in community welfare. Officer Claudia, who had first comforted Ricardo, became deeply involved in coordinating the aid efforts, using her position to rally support and resources. Chief Johnson's leadership was pivotal. Recognizing the gravity of Ricardo's situation, he directed his officers to prioritize the investigation and ensure that Jonatas was treated with dignity and respect. His empathetic approach set the tone for how the police would engage with the community moving forward. By balancing authority with compassion, he helped rebuild trust between the police and the residents. The officers' involvement didn't stop at ensuring Jonatas' release. They actively participated in the donation drives and community meetings, often going door to door to deliver supplies and check on families. Their presence in these efforts showed a commitment to protecting and serving the community beyond their traditional roles. This proactive stance helped shift public perception, painting the police force as allies in the fight against poverty. The bond between the police officers and the community grew stronger through these interactions. Stories of officers helping to rebuild homes, offering transportation for medical appointments, and mentoring local youth became commonplace. The transformation of the police station into a community hub was symbolic of the broader change taking place. It underscored the potential for law enforcement to be a force for good, fostering a safer and more supportive environment for everyone. Starting his new job as a janitor at the police station marked a significant turning point for Jonatas. For the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of stability and purpose. His days began with cleaning the offices and hallways, but soon his role expanded as he started helping with maintenance and other tasks. The officers and staff welcomed him warmly, appreciating his dedication and hard work. Jonatas's new routine provided him with much-needed structure. He found solace in the predictability of his tasks and the camaraderie with the police officers. This sense of belonging was something he had missed dearly. The regular paycheck, although modest, was enough to ensure that he and Ricardo would not go hungry again. This financial stability allowed Jonatas to focus on rebuilding their lives without the constant worry of scarcity. The supportive environment at the station also played a crucial role in Jonatas's recovery. The officers, aware of his past struggles, offered him not just a job, but a network of support. They provided guidance on budgeting, connected him with local resources, and included him in social events. This holistic approach helped Jonatas regain his confidence and self-worth. He no longer felt like an outsider, but an integral part of the community. For Ricardo, seeing his father employed and thriving was a source of immense pride. The fear and uncertainty that had haunted their lives began to fade, replaced by hope and optimism. Jonatas's transformation was evident to all, and it served as a powerful testament to the impact of community support and second chances. His story became a beacon of hope for others facing similar struggles, proving that with help and perseverance, it was possible to overcome even the toughest of circumstances. Returning to school after the events at the police station, Ricardo found himself the center of attention. His classmates, who had heard about his story from their parents or the news, looked at him with a mix of admiration and curiosity. The teachers, informed of his situation, approached him with extra care and understanding. This newfound attention was overwhelming at times, but it also brought positive changes to Ricardo's school life. Ricardo's teachers took a proactive role in supporting his emotional well-being. They provided him with a safe space to talk about his experiences and ensured he had the resources he needed to succeed academically. The school counselor worked closely with him, helping him navigate his feelings and build resilience. These efforts created a nurturing environment where Ricardo could begin to heal and thrive. His classmates, inspired by his bravery, began to see him as a leader. They included him in their games and group activities, often seeking his input and valuing his presence. This sense of acceptance and belonging was new for Ricardo, who had previously felt isolated due to his family's financial struggles. The bonds he formed with his peers became a source of strength and joy, helping him feel more integrated into the school community. The story of Ricardo's act of love and courage also sparked discussions about empathy and kindness throughout the school. Teachers used it as a teaching moment, encouraging students to look out for one another and to be aware of the challenges their peers might face. This cultural shift fostered a more inclusive and supportive atmosphere, not just for Ricardo, but for all students. The ripple effect of his story continued to spread, creating a more compassionate and united school community. The first major donation to Jonatas and Ricardo came from a local businessman who had been deeply moved by their story. Inspired by Ricardo's act of love and the community's response, he decided to contribute significantly. This donation included a large sum of money, enough to cover several months of living expenses, and various household items that Jonatas and Ricardo desperately needed. The donation was presented at a small ceremony at the police station, attended by community members, police officers, and local media. The businessman, Mr. Thompson, gave a heartfelt speech about the importance of community support and how Ricardo's bravery had touched his heart. His generosity set a precedent, encouraging others to step forward and contribute to the cause. Jonatas and Ricardo were overwhelmed with gratitude. For Jonatas, this support was a lifeline, allowing him to focus on providing a better future for his son without the constant worry of financial insecurity. Ricardo, though still young, understood the significance of the donation and felt a renewed sense of hope and security. The community's support reaffirmed their belief that they were not alone in their struggles. This donation also marked the beginning of a series of contributions from various sources. Inspired by Mr. Thompson's gesture, other local businesses and individuals followed suit. The collective effort not only helped Jonatas and Ricardo, but also laid the foundation for a broader community initiative aimed at supporting families in need. The first major donation was a catalyst for ongoing generosity and solidarity within the town. The impact of Ricardo's story was felt deeply among his neighbors. People who had previously been strangers began to connect, motivated by a shared desire to help. They organized themselves into a network, coordinating efforts to provide continuous support to Jonatas, Ricardo, and other families facing similar challenges. Every weekend, neighbors gathered to discuss and plan their next steps. Some volunteered to cook meals, while others collected clothes, toys, and household items to donate. A local carpenter offered his services to repair Jonatas's home, making it more comfortable and safe. The spirit of community and cooperation brought the neighborhood closer together, fostering relationships that transcended mere proximity. These gatherings also provided an opportunity for neighbors to share their own stories and struggles, creating a sense of solidarity and mutual support. They realized that many of them had faced hardships in isolation, and by coming together, they could create a stronger, more resilient community. The act of helping Jonatas and Ricardo became a symbol of a broader movement towards collective well-being. For Jonatas, the support from his neighbors was transformative. It showed him that he and Ricardo were valued members of the community. The tangible help they received alleviated many of their immediate concerns, but the emotional support was equally important. Knowing that they had a network of caring individuals to rely on gave Jonatas the strength to keep moving forward and rebuild their lives. As Ricardo's story gained more attention, volunteers from nearby towns and cities began to arrive, eager to contribute. These volunteers brought with them a wealth of skills and resources, enhancing the community's efforts to support families in need. They organized workshops on financial literacy, job training, and mental health, aiming to provide long-term solutions rather than just immediate relief. One group of volunteers focused on education, offering tutoring sessions and extracurricular activities for children like Ricardo. They believed that empowering the next generation with knowledge and skills was crucial for breaking the cycle of poverty. Ricardo and his friends eagerly participated in these activities, benefiting from the additional support and opportunities for growth. Another group of volunteers specialized in healthcare, providing free medical checkups and counseling services. They addressed both physical and mental health needs, recognizing that well-being was essential for families to thrive. Jonatas and Ricardo received regular checkups, and Jonatas found the counseling sessions particularly helpful as he navigated the challenges of single parenthood and unemployment. The arrival of volunteers brought a sense of renewed energy and hope to the town. Their dedication and expertise complemented the community's ongoing efforts, creating a comprehensive support system for families in need. The collaboration between local residents and external volunteers exemplified the power of collective action and the positive impact of coming together to address common challenges. The local organizations in the town also united in response to Ricardo's story, forming a coalition dedicated to addressing poverty and hunger. Churches, schools, businesses, and nonprofits pooled their resources and expertise to create a coordinated approach to support families. This coalition, named Hope for All, became a beacon of solidarity and compassion in the community. Hope for All initiated several programs, including a food pantry, a clothing bank, and an emergency fund for families facing crises. They also established a mentorship program, pairing volunteers with families to provide ongoing support and guidance. Jonatas and Ricardo were among the first beneficiaries, receiving not only material aid, but also emotional and practical support from their mentors. The coalition's efforts extended beyond immediate relief. They advocated for policy changes at the local government level, pushing for measures that would provide long-term solutions to poverty. Their initiatives included affordable housing projects, job training programs, and educational scholarships. By addressing the root causes of poverty, they aim to create a more equitable and supportive community for all residents. The unity and determination of the local organizations inspired a sense of pride and hope within the town. Residents felt empowered, knowing that they were part of a community that cared deeply for one another. The success of Hope for All demonstrated that through collaboration and compassion, they could overcome even the most daunting challenges and create a brighter future for everyone. The community's drive to support families in need led to the organization of various fundraising events and charity fairs. These events became highlights of the town's calendar, drawing large crowds and fostering a sense of unity and purpose. Local businesses donated goods and services for auctions and raffles, and schools held bake sales and talent shows to raise funds. One of the most memorable events was a charity fair held in the town square. Booths lined the streets, offering everything from homemade crafts to delicious food. There were games and activities for children, live music from local bands, and a silent auction featuring items donated by generous residents. The fair was not only a fundraising success, but also a celebration of community spirit and solidarity. Ricardo and Jonatas attended the fair, their hearts filled with gratitude and hope. Ricardo excitedly participated in the games and activities, his laughter echoing through the air. Jonatas, still adjusting to his new reality, was moved by the outpouring of support and the sense of belonging he felt among his neighbors. The fair was a reminder that they were no longer alone in their struggles. The funds raised from these events provided crucial support for the programs initiated by Hope for All. They enabled the coalition to expand their services, reaching more families and addressing a wider range of needs. The success of the fundraising events underscored the power of collective action and the impact of a community united in compassion and generosity. One of the most impactful initiatives launched by Hope for All was the Community Meal Project. This project aimed to provide regular, nutritious meals to families facing food insecurity. Local restaurants and volunteers prepared and served meals at designated community centers, ensuring that no one in the town went hungry. The Community Meal Project quickly became a cornerstone of the town's support network. Families would gather at the community centers, sharing meals and connecting with one another. The project not only addressed immediate nutritional needs, but also fostered a sense of community and belonging. It created a safe space where people could come together, share their stories, and support each other. Jonatas and Ricardo regularly attended these community meals, finding comfort and camaraderie among the other attendees. For Jonatas, it was a relief to know that they could count on a reliable source of nutritious food. For Ricardo, the meals were an opportunity to make new friends and enjoy the simple pleasure of a warm, home-cooked meal. The Community Meal Project became a symbol of hope and resilience for them both. The success of the project inspired other towns to adopt similar initiatives. Representatives from nearby communities visited to learn from the town's experience, hoping to replicate the model in their own areas. The project's impact extended beyond its immediate beneficiaries, showcasing the potential for community-driven solutions to address widespread issues like food insecurity. As the community came together to support Jonatas and Ricardo, other families began to come forward with their own stories of struggle and resilience. The outpouring of empathy and support encouraged people to share their experiences, shedding light on the hidden hardships faced by many residents. These stories revealed a broader picture of the challenges within the town and the need for continued collective action. Each story was unique, yet they all shared common themes of hardship, perseverance, and the search for hope. Families spoke of job losses, health crises, and the daily struggle to make ends meet. These narratives highlighted the systemic issues contributing to poverty and underscored the importance of the initiatives launched by Hope for All. The community responded with unwavering support. Volunteers and organizations rallied around these families, offering assistance and resources tailored to their specific needs. The act of sharing stories fostered a deeper understanding and empathy among residents, strengthening the bonds of community and solidarity. The stories also inspired new initiatives and programs aimed at addressing the root causes of poverty. Educational scholarships, mental health services, and job training programs were expanded to provide comprehensive support for families. The town's collective response to these stories of struggle exemplified the power of community-driven solutions and the impact of working together to create a more equitable and supportive environment for all. The role of the media in spreading Ricardo's story was pivotal. Local journalists, touched by the boy's bravery and the community's response, reported extensively on the events. Articles, interviews, and feature stories were published in newspapers and broadcast on local TV stations, bringing widespread attention to the town's efforts to combat poverty and support families in need. The media coverage had a dual impact. Firstly, it raised awareness about the issues faced by Ricardo and other families, prompting further donations and support from outside the community. Secondly, it showcased the positive outcomes of collective action, inspiring other towns and cities to adopt similar approaches. The story of Ricardo's act of love and the resulting wave of compassion resonated deeply with audiences, highlighting the importance of empathy and solidarity. National media soon picked up the story, amplifying its reach and impact. Major news outlets featured Ricardo's journey and the community's response, sparking conversations about poverty and the role of local initiatives in addressing systemic issues. The widespread attention also attracted the interest of larger organizations and foundations, leading to additional funding and resources for Hope for All and its programs. The media's portrayal of the town's efforts emphasized the power of community and the impact of small acts of kindness. It encouraged individuals and groups across the country to take action in their own communities, creating a ripple effect of positive change. The ongoing coverage served as a reminder of the transformative power of compassion and the potential for collective action to address even the most challenging issues. The transformation of the police station into a community hub was a testament to the power of collaboration and shared purpose. What once was solely a place of law enforcement became a vibrant center of support and solidarity. The initiative to convert part of the station into a community space was driven by Chief Johnson and supported wholeheartedly by the officers. The new community hub featured a food pantry, a clothing bank, and spaces for workshops and counseling sessions. It became a bustling center where residents could access resources, seek advice, and find support. The police officers who were initially involved in law enforcement now found themselves as integral members of a broader community support network. Their roles expanded, bridging the gap between law enforcement and social services. This shift had a profound impact on the relationship between the police and the community. Residents began to see the officers as allies and advocates, fostering a sense of trust and cooperation. The hub also served as a symbol of hope and resilience, demonstrating the town's commitment to supporting its most vulnerable members. The collaborative environment within the hub encouraged innovative solutions and collective problem solving. The success of the community hub inspired similar initiatives in neighboring towns. Representatives visited to learn from the town's experience, eager to replicate the model in their own communities. The transformation of the police station into a community hub was a powerful example of how spaces could be reimagined to better serve the needs of residents, fostering a culture of support and solidarity. With his new job as a janitor at the police station, Jonatas found stability and purpose. However, his journey didn't stop there. The supportive environment at the station and the community's ongoing efforts opened up new opportunities for him. Encouraged by Chief Johnson and his colleagues, Jonatas began exploring additional roles and responsibilities. Jonatas's dedication and hard work did not go unnoticed. Recognizing his potential, the officers and community members provided training and mentorship, helping him develop new skills. Jonatas took on more responsibilities, such as assisting with community events and managing the food pantry. These roles allowed him to contribute more significantly to the community that had supported him and Ricardo. As Jonatas's confidence grew, so did his aspirations. He enrolled in courses to further his education, aiming to secure a more stable and well-paying job in the future. The support from his colleagues and the community was instrumental in this pursuit. They provided guidance, resources, and encouragement, helping him navigate the challenges of returning to education while working and caring for Ricardo. The new job opportunities and the skills Jonatas acquired transformed his outlook on life. He began to see a brighter future for himself and his son, one where they could thrive rather than merely survive. The journey from unemployment and despair to stability and hope was a testament to Jonatas's resilience and the power of community support. His progress became an inspiration for others facing similar struggles, proving that with help and determination, it was possible to overcome even the toughest of challenges. The journey to self-recovery for Jonatas was not just about finding employment or securing a stable income. It was also about rebuilding his self-esteem and sense of worth. The support and encouragement from the community played a crucial role in this process, as Jonatas took on new responsibilities and received recognition for his hard work. His confidence began to grow. Working at the police station provided Jonatas with a sense of purpose and belonging. The respect and camaraderie he experienced with his colleagues boosted his morale. Each task he completed and each new skill he learned reinforced his belief in his own capabilities. The mentorship he received from the officers and community members was instrumental in helping him see his potential and value. Jonatas's self-esteem also improved through his interactions with Ricardo. Seeing his son happy and thriving in their new reality was a powerful motivator. Jonatas took pride in being able to provide for Ricardo and in the positive example he set. The bond between father and son grew stronger as they navigated their new life together, each milestone a testament to their resilience and love for each other. The community's recognition of Jonatas's efforts further bolstered his confidence. The accolades and appreciation he received from neighbors, volunteers, and local leaders validated his hard work and dedication. This external validation, combined with his internal growth, helped Jonatas reclaim his self-worth. The journey was not easy, but the support network around him ensured that he never felt alone. Returning to school and the community with a renewed sense of hope, Ricardo found himself making new friends. The attention his story received made him a figure of admiration and curiosity among his peers. However, it was his genuine kindness and bravery that truly endeared him to other children. At school, Ricardo's teachers and classmates were aware of his journey and treated him with respect and compassion. The support from the school's staff played a crucial role in helping Ricardo integrate back into a routine. His teachers encouraged his participation in class and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where he could thrive. Ricardo quickly became involved in various school clubs and activities. His natural curiosity and eagerness to learn made him a favorite among his peers. The friendships he formed were built on mutual respect and shared interests, providing Ricardo with a sense of normalcy and belonging. The children admired his strength and courage, seeing in him a role model for resilience and kindness. Outside of school, Ricardo's involvement in community events further expanded his social circle. He participated in the activities organized by the community hub, meeting children from different backgrounds and forming lasting friendships. These relationships provided Ricardo with a support network of his own, complementing the support his father received. The friendships he made were a source of joy and stability, helping him to heal and grow. The relationship between Jonatas and the police officers grew stronger as they worked side by side at the police station. Initially brought together by a crisis, they developed a mutual respect and camaraderie that transcended their original roles. The officers admired Jonatas's determination to turn his life around, while Jonatas appreciated their unwavering support and kindness. Officer Claudia, who had been the first to comfort Ricardo, played a particularly significant role in this growing relationship. She often checked in on Jonatas and Ricardo, offering assistance and guidance whenever needed. Her genuine care and concern helped Jonatas feel valued and supported. The bond they formed was one of mutual respect and shared commitment to the community. Chief Johnson also became a mentor to Jonatas, providing him with opportunities for growth and development. He recognized Jonatas's potential and encouraged him to take on more responsibilities within the station. Under Chief Johnson's guidance, Jonatas learned new skills and gained confidence in his abilities. This mentorship was instrumental in Jonatas's journey towards self-recovery and stability. The friendship between Jonatas and the officers extended beyond their work at the station. They often spent time together outside of work, participating in community events and social gatherings. These interactions helped Jonatas integrate more fully into the community, fostering a sense of belonging and acceptance. The support and camaraderie he found among the police officers were crucial to his ongoing recovery and personal growth. Despite the support and encouragement he received, Jonatas faced several challenges in his new job at the police station. Adjusting to a structured work environment after a period of unemployment was difficult. He had to relearn time management and develop a routine that balanced his responsibilities at work with his duties as a single father. One of the biggest challenges was overcoming his own self-doubt. Jonatas often questioned his abilities and felt overwhelmed by the expectations placed upon him. The transition from relying on community aid to becoming an active contributor was a significant shift. It required him to build resilience and confidence, which took time and effort. Jonatas also had to navigate the physical demands of his job. Cleaning and maintaining the station required stamina and strength, and there were days when the fatigue felt insurmountable. However, he pushed through these challenges, motivated by the desire to provide a better life for Ricardo. The officers noticed his dedication and often offered to help, ensuring that Jonatas didn't have to face these challenges alone. Balancing work with parenting was another significant hurdle. Jonatas had to ensure that Ricardo's needs were met, both at school and at home. The support from the community and the police officers was invaluable in this regard. They helped with childcare and provided resources that allowed Jonatas to focus on his job without neglecting his responsibilities as a father. Despite the difficulties, Jonatas's perseverance in the unwavering support of those around him helped him overcome these challenges. The first major volunteer effort organized by Hope for All was a community cleanup day. Inspired by the outpouring of support for Jonatas and Ricardo, residents and volunteers from nearby towns gathered to improve their neighborhood. The goal was to clean public spaces, repair homes, and create a more welcoming environment for all. On the day of the event, the town square was filled with volunteers armed with cleaning supplies, tools, and a shared sense of purpose. Families, children, and seniors all participated, working together to make their community a better place. The atmosphere was one of camaraderie and enthusiasm, with everyone eager to contribute. Jonatas and Ricardo were active participants in the cleanup effort. Jonatas's experience working at the police station had equipped him with valuable skills, which he used to help organize and lead teams of volunteers. Ricardo, full of energy and excitement, joined his friends in picking up litter and planting flowers. The day was not only productive, but also a bonding experience for the father and son. The success of the community cleanup day had a lasting impact. It demonstrated the power of collective action and the positive change that could be achieved when people came together. The event also fostered a sense of pride and ownership among residents, encouraging them to take an active role in maintaining and improving their neighborhood. The first major volunteer effort set the stage for many more community-driven initiatives, strengthening the bonds of solidarity and cooperation. Following the success of the volunteer efforts and fundraising events, Hope for All established a community fund to provide ongoing support for families in need. The fund was designed to offer financial assistance for emergencies, educational scholarships, and resources for job training and healthcare. It was a crucial step in ensuring that the support extended to families was sustainable and impactful. The community fund was managed by a board of local leaders, volunteers, and representatives from various organizations. They worked together to allocate resources fairly and transparently, ensuring that the funds reached those who needed them most. Regular meetings were held to review applications and assess the needs of the community, creating a responsive and adaptive support system. Jonatas and Ricardo were among the first to benefit from the community fund. The financial assistance they received helped cover essential expenses, allowing Jonatas to focus on his job and Ricardo to thrive at school. The support from the fund was a lifeline, providing stability and security during a critical time in their lives. The establishment of the community fund also inspired a culture of giving within the town. Residents and businesses regularly contributed to the fund, motivated by the desire to support their neighbors and strengthen their community. The fund became a symbol of the collective effort to combat poverty and ensure that no family had to face hardship alone. It was a testament to the power of unity and the enduring impact of Ricardo's story. With the newfound stability and support from the community, Ricardo was able to participate in various extracurricular activities. These activities played a significant role in his development, providing him with opportunities to learn new skills, make friends, and build confidence. He joined the school's soccer team, enrolled in an art class, and even participated in a local science club. Soccer quickly became one of Ricardo's favorite activities. The sense of teamwork and camaraderie on the field helped him build strong friendships and taught him valuable lessons about discipline and perseverance. His coach recognized Ricardo's potential and encouraged him to take on a leadership role within the team. This boost of confidence translated into other areas of Ricardo's life, making him more outgoing and self-assured. The art class offered Ricardo a creative outlet to express his emotions and experiences. Through painting and drawing, he found a way to process the challenges he had faced and the changes in his life. His art teacher noticed his talent and dedication, often showcasing his work in school exhibitions. These accolades further motivated Ricardo, reinforcing his sense of accomplishment and pride. Participation in the science club allowed Ricardo to explore his curiosity and passion for learning. The club's projects and experiments sparked his interest in various scientific fields, nurturing a love for discovery and innovation. The support and encouragement from his teachers and peers made these activities not just a pastime, but a vital part of Ricardo's growth and healing process. As the community continued to support families in need, many others came forward to share their stories of how the assistance had changed their lives. These testimonials highlighted the profound impact of the collective efforts and served as a source of inspiration and motivation for ongoing initiatives. One such family was the Thompsons, who had faced financial difficulties after the sudden illness of the father, Robert. Unable to work, Robert's medical bills quickly depleted the family's savings. Through the community fund and support from Hope for All, they received financial assistance and access to healthcare services. Robert's recovery was bolstered by the unwavering support from the community, and the family was able to regain stability. Another testimonial came from Maria, a single mother of 3, who had struggled to provide for her children after losing her job. The job training programs and child care services offered by the coalition enabled Maria to secure stable employment. Her children, once worried and anxious, now thrived in a supportive environment, excelling in school and participating in various community activities. These stories echoed Ricardo and Jonatas' journey, reinforcing the importance of community support and solidarity. They demonstrated that with the right resources and a strong network of support, families could overcome adversity and rebuild their lives. The testimonials also encouraged more residents to get involved, either through volunteering or contributing to the community fund. The collective success stories became a powerful narrative of resilience and hope, showcasing the transformative power of empathy and action. They were a testament to the enduring impact of Ricardo's story and the community's commitment to helping those in need. As Jonatas's life stabilized and his confidence grew, he began to take on a new role as a spokesperson against poverty. Recognizing the impact of his and Ricardo's story, he used his experiences to advocate for change and support for others facing similar struggles. His journey from desperation to stability made him a powerful voice for those who often went unheard. Jonatas spoke at local events, sharing his story and highlighting the importance of community support. His speeches were heartfelt and poignant, resonating deeply with audiences. He emphasized the need for systemic change to address the root causes of poverty and urged local leaders to invest in programs that provided sustainable support for families in need. His role as a spokesperson extended beyond the town. Jonatas was invited to speak at regional conferences and workshops, where he shared the successes of the initiatives in his community. His advocacy helped raise awareness about the challenges faced by low-income families and the effective solutions that could be implemented to support them. His story inspired other communities to adopt similar approaches, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Through his advocacy work, Jonatas also forged connections with other advocates and organizations dedicated to fighting poverty. These collaborations expanded the reach and impact of his efforts, bringing more resources and attention to the cause. Jonatas's transformation into a spokesperson against poverty was a testament to his resilience and the power of community support in enabling individuals to rise above their circumstances and drive meaningful change. The psychological impact of the community support on Jonatas was profound. Initially overwhelmed by the enormity of his challenges, Jonatas had struggled with feelings of hopelessness and despair. However, the unwavering support from the community provided him with a sense of stability and security, allowing him to focus on healing and rebuilding his life. The consistent encouragement and validation from his new job in the community helped Jonatas regain his self-esteem. As he took on new responsibilities and received recognition for his hard work, his confidence grew. This newfound self-assurance extended to his role as a father, enabling him to provide a more stable and nurturing environment for Ricardo. Counseling services offered by the community hub played a crucial role in Jonatas's psychological recovery. The sessions provided him with tools to manage stress, process his emotions, and develop coping strategies. The opportunity to share his experiences in a safe and supportive environment was instrumental in his healing process. It helped him come to terms with his past struggles and focus on building a better future for himself and his son. The emotional support from friends, colleagues, and community members also contributed significantly to Jonatas's well-being. The sense of belonging and acceptance he found among them was invaluable. Knowing that he was not alone and that others cared about his and Ricardo's well-being gave Jonatas the strength to persevere. The psychological impact of the support was a critical factor in his journey from despair to hope, underscoring the importance of a compassionate and supportive community. The community's efforts to support Jonatas, Ricardo, and other families culminated in a large meeting to express collective gratitude and celebrate their achievements. Held in the town hall, the meeting brought together residents, volunteers, and representatives from Hope for All. The atmosphere was one of joy and appreciation, reflecting the profound impact of their collective efforts. Speakers at the event included community leaders, volunteers, and beneficiaries of the support programs. Jonatas was invited to share his story once again, this time from a place of stability and hope. His heartfelt speech highlighted the transformative power of compassion and solidarity. He expressed deep gratitude for the support that had changed his and Ricardo's lives, inspiring others to continue their efforts. The meeting also featured a showcase of the various projects and initiatives launched by Hope for All. Displays and presentations highlighted the successes of the food pantry, job training programs, and educational scholarships. Testimonials from other families who had been helped further underscored the positive outcomes of the community's work. The event served as a powerful reminder of what could be achieved when people came together for a common cause. In addition to celebrating past achievements, the meeting was an opportunity to discuss future plans and initiatives. Community members brainstormed new ideas and set goals for expanding their support network. The event concluded with a communal meal, symbolizing the unity and shared purpose that had driven their success. The gratitude meeting reinforced the community's commitment to helping one another and paved the way for continued collective action. The success of the community's efforts prompted the police officers to take a more proactive role in spreading awareness about poverty and the importance of community support. They began visiting local schools to educate students about these issues and encourage empathy and action. These visits were part of a broader initiative to foster a culture of compassion and civic responsibility among the younger generation. During their visits, the officers shared Ricardo's story, using it as a powerful example of the impact of community support. They discussed the challenges faced by families in poverty and the ways in which students could help, from organizing food drives to participating in volunteer activities. The officers also emphasized the importance of kindness and looking out for one another, creating a supportive school environment. Interactive activities were a key component of these visits. The officers engaged students in role-playing scenarios and group discussions, encouraging them to think critically about poverty and its effects. These activities helped students develop a deeper understanding of the issues and inspired them to take action. The visits also fostered a positive relationship between the police and the community, building trust and collaboration. The initiative extended beyond the classroom. The officers organized community service projects and invited students to participate. These projects included cleaning up local parks, helping at the food pantry, and assisting with community events. The hands-on experience reinforced the lessons taught in school and demonstrated the tangible impact of their efforts. The visits and subsequent projects helped cultivate a generation of empathetic and active citizens committed to making a difference in their community. Inspired by the success of their initiatives, the solidarity movement in the town continued to grow. More residents joined the efforts, bringing new ideas and resources to the table. The movement expanded to address a wider range of issues, including healthcare access, affordable housing, and educational opportunities. The inclusive approach ensured that the needs of all community members were considered and addressed. The movement's growth was fueled by ongoing outreach and advocacy. Leaders and volunteers regularly communicated with residents, seeking input and feedback to guide their efforts. Community meetings and workshops provided platforms for discussion and collaboration, ensuring that everyone's voice was heard. This inclusive and participatory approach strengthened the movement and fostered a sense of ownership and responsibility among residents. Partnerships with local businesses and organizations further enhanced the movement's impact. Businesses provided financial support, resources, and expertise, while nonprofits and civic groups offered specialized services and advocacy. These collaborations created a robust support network capable of addressing complex issues and driving systemic change. The Solidarity movement became a model of community-driven development, demonstrating the power of collective action. The movement's success also attracted attention from neighboring towns and cities. Representatives visited to learn from the town's experience and explore ways to replicate the model in their own communities. The Solidarity movement inspired similar initiatives elsewhere, creating a ripple effect of positive change. The growth of the movement was a testament to the enduring impact of Ricardo's story and the community's commitment to building a better future for all. As the first anniversary of Ricardo's fateful plea at the police station approached, the community prepared to celebrate a year of transformation and achievements. The event, dubbed a Year of Hope, was a grand celebration held in the town square. It was an opportunity to reflect on the progress made and to honor the individuals and organizations that had contributed to the community's success. The celebration featured speeches from community leaders, volunteers, and beneficiaries of the support programs. Jonatas and Ricardo were guests of honor, their stories symbolizing the transformative power of community support. Jonatas spoke about their journey, expressing heartfelt gratitude for the help they had received and the positive changes it had brought to their lives. His speech was met with applause and cheers, a testament to the community's pride and solidarity. The event also included performances by local artists, showcasing the town's cultural vibrancy. There were music, dance, and theater performances, all celebrating the themes of hope and resilience. Art installations and exhibits highlighted the projects and initiatives launched over the past year, providing a visual representation of the community's achievements. The celebration was a vibrant and joyous occasion, reflecting the collective spirit and determination of the residents. The highlight of the event was the unveiling of a commemorative plaque dedicated to Ricardo and the community's efforts. The plaque, installed in the town square, served as a permanent reminder of the power of compassion and collective action. It honored not only Ricardo and Jonatas, but also the countless individuals who had contributed to the community's transformation. The anniversary celebration marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, filled with hope and promise for the future. Looking to the future, the community initiative set ambitious goals to build on their success and continue supporting families in need. Leaders and volunteers met regularly to develop strategic plans and outline new projects. Their vision included expanding existing programs and launching new initiatives to address emerging challenges and ensure sustainable support for all residents. One key area of focus was education. The community aimed to provide more scholarships and tutoring programs to ensure that all children had access to quality education. They also planned to establish after-school programs and vocational training centers to equip young people with the skills needed for future success. These initiatives aim to break the cycle of poverty by empowering the next generation with knowledge and opportunities. Healthcare was another priority. The community sought to improve access to medical services by partnering with local clinics and healthcare providers. They planned to offer regular health checkups, mental health counseling, and wellness programs. These efforts aim to ensure that all residents, regardless of their financial situation, could receive the care they needed to lead healthy lives. Economic development was also a focus of future plans. The community aimed to create more job opportunities and support local businesses through training and funding programs. They envisioned a vibrant local economy where residents could find stable employment and contribute to the town's prosperity. These initiatives aim to create a sustainable and self-reliant community where everyone had the chance to thrive. As the community continued to grow and evolve, Ricardo often reflected on the profound changes in his life over the past year. What had begun as a desperate plea for his father's safety had transformed into a journey of hope, resilience, and community support. Ricardo's experiences shaped his outlook on life, instilling in him a deep sense of gratitude and empathy. Ricardo frequently thought about the days when he and his father struggled to make ends meet. Those memories, though painful, served as a reminder of their resilience and the power of love. He understood the importance of community and the impact that collective support could have on individuals facing hardships. These reflections inspired Ricardo to give back and help others in any way he could. As he continued to thrive at school and in his extracurricular activities, Ricardo often shared his story with his friends and peers. He became a source of inspiration, encouraging others to be kind and supportive. Ricardo's journey taught him valuable lessons about compassion, perseverance, and the importance of standing together in times of need. These lessons guided his actions and shaped his aspirations for the future. Looking ahead, Ricardo dreamed of making a difference in the world, just as his community had made a difference in his life. He envisioned a future where he could contribute to causes that help those in need, whether through volunteer work, advocacy, or a career dedicated to social justice. Ricardo's reflections on his life changes fueled his determination to build a better future for himself and others, embodying the spirit of hope and resilience that had carried him through his journey.